When I was 17, I went to high school in the lush green town of Zeist. I can still remember the fresh leaves. In economics class, we had a book with very 7 long chapters and 1 short chapter. The title of the short chapter was Negative Externalities. What? Negative externalities. A very abstract term for a very concrete thing. The hidden harms that we do not see when we buy stuff. The hidden costs, like the pollution, the smog that comes out of the truck when it delivers the chocolate to our supermarkets. So why was this such a short chapter? I mean, I'm keen on short chapters, especially when you have to learn them, but not when it's about such an important thing. There's a crazy contradiction in almost anything we buy. Take the bar of chocolate. On the one hand, I love chocolate. The water comes in my mouth thinking of eating it. On the other hand, I do not like the poor conditions, the underpayment and poverty that is occurring in the process of producing it. For all the stuff we buy, there is stinking smog, polluted water, there is ruined rainforest, whether it's in our own neighborhoods or in the Brazilian woods. For all the stuff we buy, people get low loans, work outrageous hours. For all the stuff we buy, $10 trillion of natural capital is destroyed each year. Think about it. $10 trillion each year. That is about 10% of our global economy. For all the stuff we buy, 2 billion people live for less than $2 a day. The core of this problem is that we do not see the true price of our products. And therefore, we do not take action. I mean, we have labels in a supermarket, but there's so many of them that it becomes confusing. And how, for instance, do you compare an organic bar of chocolate with a labeled fair trade bar of chocolate? Now, imagine a world where we would see the true price of all the products without having to spend hours of research. Imagine that we would then choose the product with the lowest true price and thereby, in a way, rewarding the companies for making a more sustainable product. Because we know what their true prices are. That is what true pricing is all about. Now, stick with me for a moment. I know you have had a lot of lectures, but this is important. Imagine we have 2 bars of chocolate, a green one and a red one. Both cost €2 in the shop. For the green one, we have, in addition to the €2, 50 cents of environmental cost, think of the wasted water, and 50 cents of social cost, like the low loans. We have another bar, the red one, with €1 environmental cost and €1 social cost. So a bar of €3 with a true price and the true price of €4. Which bar would you choose, right? Obviously, most of you would go for the bar with a true price of €3 because that's the most sustainable bar, right? So, we do not see the true price and therefore we do not make a sustainable decision, right? So, if we would have a true price, the crazy contradiction between having to choose for chocolate or having to go for a sustainable world would not be there anymore, right? So does this all sound too good to be true? Well, actually, it is already happening. In 2011, the sports company Puma, has calculated that they had to pay 145 million euros for the natural cost that they caused. 145 euros. That was about 50% of their profits. And they used this information to make their products more sustainable. So instead of buying a lot of leather, they bought more biodegradable materials. And who knows the entrepreneur Richard Branson, the blonde, charismatic entrepreneur? Well, let me say it otherwise. Who doesn't know him, right? This guy is now using this together with the CEO of Puma to scale it up and implement it in more companies. Around that same time, in 2011, me and my team started a social enterprise called True Price. And we have now developed the technology to calculate true prices of products. And we are testing it with companies like AkzoNobel and the Dutch government. And more companies are using it and implement it to use less water, less waste, less materials, and step by step become more sustainable and more resilient as a company. And in 2014, Tony's Chocolonely will publish the first True Price. It really makes me excited. So soon, the crazy contradiction between me pursuing a chocolate bar and pursuing a better world is no longer necessary. People like you and me will shed light on products and see the hidden costs, whether we are buying breads in the bakery or buying banks in the boardroom. Step by step, we will go to a more sustainable world. And my future children, when opening their history book, will read about negative externalities. And when they open their economics book, they will read about true price. Thank you very much.